Shai is the reigning league MVP, but he will take on some notable former MVPs as the Thunder look to defend their title. So it's all going to start on ring night against KD, the first Thunder player to win MVP for the franchise. After that, SGA will square off with James Harden and the Clippers on November 4th. Harden, of course, became MVP after being traded away from the Thunder, and James is the last American-born player to win the award way back in 2018. We've got a treat on November 11th, 11/11, baby, make a wish. That's when we'll see SGA and the Thunder take on Steph Curry and the Warriors. Curry is a two-time MVP and the only player to ever win the award unanimously back in 2016. The next night, OKC will clash with the Lakers and their former four-time MVP, LeBron James. LeBron has gotten the better of the head-to-head matchups with SGA in their careers, winning 10 of the first 16 meetings. Then, the first clash of the season between SGA and Joker comes on February 1st. Yeah, Ramona's ready for that one.
That's a long time.
That's the first one?
The top two finishers in last year's race will meet 4 times down the stretch of the season. So OKC is fresh off 68 wins and their first title as a group. Heading into next season, most expect them at the top of the league, and their schedule actually could help. OKC has the 6th easiest schedule heading into next season. So we're going to go to you, D, somebody who knows a thing or two about winning back-to-back titles. You did it with the Heat. What do you think is going to be the biggest challenge facing OKC as they try to run it back?
I think this team is mature beyond their years. They've shown that in the past, so I think they'll be ready when they step into arenas and they'll be prepared. But I think what they're going to get from other teams is going to be different. Every single team in the NBA is going to be gunning for you. Every single night you walk in, that is going to be the other teams, the opposing team's championship game that particular night. I just remember defending our championship, and there was so many games that we were down in the fourth quarter against, teams that weren't as good as us, that didn't have the talent that we had, didn't have the experience that we had. But there were so many games that in the fourth quarter we had to pull those games out down the stretch. I mean, I specifically remember being down 27 points going into the fourth quarter against Cleveland and having to come back and pull that game out. Every single night, you're going to get every team's best effort. So for me, I think that's going to help them in the long run because they will be battle-tested throughout the whole season going into the playoffs. Hopefully they can stay healthy. But starting out the season, everybody's going to give their maximum effort when OKC comes to town.
It really is going to be the proverbial target on the back for the reigning champions if they want to go back-to-back for sure. Ramona, what say you?
Look, I'm not worried about them at all. I feel like when I was around them this year, they reminded me a lot of those Warriors in 2015, where they went and won a title and then they won 73 games the next year. Like, this OKC team is young. They are still getting better. Last year, I know they avoided major injuries outside of Chet Holmgren, and that was one of the reasons they won 68 games. But I think they can win more games. I think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander led the league in scoring last year. He also would have led the league in scoring if you just counted his first 3 quarters, okay, up until the last week of the season. Then that fell off a little bit. But that's when they sat him. But he's still getting better. Chet Holmgren's still getting better. J-Dub still has a higher ceiling. This team, they're still young. They're hungry. They're not even as good as they're going to be, and they already won 68 games. Nothing would surprise me in terms of them in the regular season because they don't even play that many minutes. Shai averaged 34 minutes a game last year. Their starting 5 is average about 30 minutes a game. That was
so
middle
deep.
of the. They're so deep.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be Shai carrying them every night.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. Marc Spears, biggest challenge for OKC.
I don't know if there was an NBA team that drank less champagne and beer.
They didn't know how to open the bottle.
They didn't.
The Thunder.
And they didn't like the beer. J-Dub did not like the taste of beer.
I don't either.
That was the first time he ever drank.
Yeah.
I'm a wine guy, Kendall Jackson, stuff like that.
That fits you.
But do they have a hangover, right? Like, when they come back to Oklahoma City, are they feeling themselves? I'm a champ now. People might have assistants suddenly helping them that they didn't have before. Doors are open that weren't open before. As UD said, that target is on your back. There was not a team I thought in the NBA last season that loved each other, had better camaraderie, put their arms around each other more, was less selfish than this team, right? And it all starts with SGA, and I think he's going to make sure it's right. He's a quiet leader who'll get everybody on the same page, but they had a shorter offseason. Getting that ring, I mean, you can't help but feel yourself a little bit. So let's see how they come back to Oklahoma City.
It'll be interesting to see for sure. Some over-under where I give you a team and you use the highest level of technical device known to humankind, baby. A board with an arrow to tell us how many games a team will win. Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right. You've got 24 seconds on the shot clock for each question, so
Okay.
no holding the ball. Let's get right to it. Starting in the Mecca, coming off a 51 season last year. Will their total be over or under 53.5 for the season?
Okay.
Okay, all right, so over. What do we think?
Look, I just think they're in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
And they're together, and they're healthy right now. And so 51 wins last year, and now you have 2 or 3 of the teams that were in front of you or that were better than you last year, Boston, right? And obviously they lost to the Pacers, have major injuries. So I'm gonna take them over on this one.
New coach Mike Brown.
New coach, added 2 shooters. There'll be also some camaraderie with the guys that are starting, coming back. I think Mike's going to do a great job there. Yeah. They better. They got to.
Do you like over or under for the Knicks?
I'm gonna go over with that one. I'm not worried about the Knicks in the regular season. My concern is about the playoffs when it's a 7-game series and you get to hone in. You get to hone in on the weaknesses. That's what I'm worried about for the Knicks. It ain't about the regular season when you stopping in for one night and then you leaving. That's not what I'm worried about. So I give them 53 games.
All right, next stop, Minnesota. The Timberwolves posted 49 wins last year. So will Ant and the Wolves finish over or under 50.5 this season?
Interesting. That's a tough one.
This one is
They
tough.
were the 6th seed last year, remember? Then they were they came on strong once Julius Randle came back.
Yes.
But
That's
I'm
tough.
gonna say
You're going to go under?
I went a little under,
Marc Spears?
just because of the Western Conference.
Yeah, but the
Can we
Western
do-
Conference
is there
is a bloodbath.
Is push? Like, I
It's
think
about
that,
right. It's
I think
about
push.
right.
Okay.
Like, I guess I'm going to put it like that.
No, but then you just had
Right
you
in the
pick
middle.
one. Come on.
No, I'll say
So on the
over.
fence, I'm
They'll
gonna
be
make
at
you make a
51.
decision.
I think
All
they'll
right.
barely be over.
It's the West. A lot of people got better.
And then they
Yeah.
got Julius Randle at a training camp. They'll have better.
And he's not
camaraderie.
coming off a shoulder surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
UD. T-Wolves?
This one is tough. I mean,
know.
the Western Conference is a
That's what I said.
slugfest. This is a tough one.
Do it.
Marc's
Only because I
pressuring
want to
him.
believe in Ant-Man. Only because I want to believe in Ant-Man, I'm going to go over.
Fair.
Because I want to believe in Ant-Man.
He is definitely one of the most fun guys to watch in the league. Okay, let's move on to the Clippers, a.k.a. the Unction, who made some moves this offseason. They hit 50 wins last year, but with a 47.5 line this season. Are you taking the over or the under? They had Chris Paul. They made a lot of moves. Ooh. All right, Ramona's got over.
I'm going over.
Marc Spears has got.
Look, they won. They got 50 last year, right?
Yeah.
So this is less than what they got last year, and I think they got better. So I mean, they're going to miss Norman Powell. He carried them in a lot of games where they had injuries, where Kawhi wasn't playing, but James Harden plays darn near every night. He's generally pretty healthy. I like the moves they've made. I know they're old and they're going to have guys in and out of the lineup, but they also got deeper.
They did get deep, and we talked about James Harden. This isn't playoffs, okay? So, yeah, you're right. During the regular season.
It's only the Game 7 that he gets.
Marc Spears, over, okay?
I'm going to go over because of what you said, the depth.
Yeah.
I think that helps that team a lot.
UD.
I'm going to go over. I'm with everybody on the panel. We all agree for once.
Love that. Yeah. All right, now to the Motor City, led by Cade Cunningham. The Pistons tallied 44 wins a season ago. So over or under 45.5 this year. I think they're very well coached by JB Bickerstaff. I think they could be really interesting in the East. Over, under, 45.5.
I'm going over.
All right,
Yeah.
Ramona's going over. Marc Spears.
I'm going to go over because I think they're going to eat in the East.
Yeah.
They're going to eat well in the East, yeah.
UD.
I'm going over for these Thundercats. I've been a huge fan of Detroit and what they've been able to build, their grit, their connection, their toughness. I'm a huge fan of Cade Cunningham. As you all know, Bam is one of the best defenders in the league.
Yes.
They got the switch on Bam, and the Miami Heat, we love a matchup with Bam against anybody, and Cade Cunningham gamed him for the money. That's when I knew he was the real deal.
It's a great point. All right, while the Celtics stormed to 61 wins last season, they will be without Jason Tatum this year. This season's line is 43.5. So for the Boston Celtics, over or under 43.5 wins, 2025-2026 NBA season.
Ooh, we were pretty quick with this one.
Yeah, I was going to say, Ramona,
quick with this
just so
one.
everybody knows,
That's a
Ramona
sucker
had it
bet.
up quickly. Under.
I think they're going to make sure they get under that.
Yeah.
Yeah, ooh,
I
yeah.
mean, it's a really good draft
Good
next
draft
year.
class. UD?
For sure under.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I don't want to use the word tank because obviously I understand the
But you
Boston
did use
Celtics
it.
seems like the Miami Heat. I don't want to use the word tank, but what I will say is we're going to be very cautious about what we put out there this year and make sure that we keep our team together, we keep guys healthy, and 2 years from now when we get Jason Tatum back, it's going to look more like the Boston Celtics that we all accustomed to.
Yeah, all right, let's move on to, in case you missed it, a promising step forward for Tyrese Haliburton. Literally, the Pacers star posted to social media yesterday showing he is out of the walking boot. He is back in sneakers as he works his way back from that torn Achilles he suffered in Game 7 of the NBA fight. Yeah, for sure. Here's head coach Nick Nurse on where things stand for his all-star big man as training camp approaches.
I'm not sure. I know things, all the news is positive. I know he's working very, very hard. And I think things look good. Whether he's ready for training camp or not, I think there's maybe a lot more decisions than that to make before we get there. But our main thing is that he's healthy to play and play to his, near his capabilities, because he's awesome. No doubt about that. He is. When he's on the floor, any night he's out there, we got a chance to win, which is amazing. And we just want to make sure and get him healthy.
So the 76ers will be one of the teams with the most back-to-back games next season. That's key with Joel Embiid's availability. The 2023 MVP has not played in any back-to-back games since early 2024. So we know he's probably not going to play in back-to-back games again. And Ramona, I want to go to you on this because Nick Nurse, one of my favorite things about him is he's just kind of the eternal optimist, right? So he always sounds very positive. But what say you about this Philadelphia 76ers team? It seems like it's always about health with them.
By the way, you want to know what their record was in back-to-backs last year?
What was it?
2-13. Not good. Look, I think Nick Nurse is managing expectations there. I think everybody's been waiting to see what Joel Embiid is going to look like after he took that long layoff and then had the surgery and is coming back. There was a big, long article by the ESPN about a month ago where he talked about everything he's been through in his life and his career. And we're at that point now where you don't need to talk anymore. We just need to see it. We just need to see him out there. And I think Nick Nurse is giving him some space in order to get back on the court whenever that may be, whether it's the start of training camp, whether it's the middle of it. But I'll say this. All the videos I see, all the word I get out of Philly is that Tyrese Maxey and McCain and the younger guys and VJ Edgecombe, they've all been in the gym all summer long. And these guys, Embiid, Paul George, missed a lot of time last year. That young group, they may not wait. They may not be able to wait.
They might go the youth movement route, as they say. So when you take inventory of the situation, Marc, what direction should Philly go?
If I'm Nick Nurse, you got to lean on who's there. I just spent a lot of time over the last 2 months with Greg Oden. And when you see people that their bodies have failed them, you sadly can't count on them, even though they're extremely talented, such is the case, unfortunately, with Joel. Such is the case with PG, unfortunately. So what do, Nick Nurse? You lean on your guards. You have a wealth of guards, and I'm going to just rattle them off. Maxey, a healthy McCain, a re-signed Grimes, Rookie of the Year candidate, I'm going to call it now, VJ Edgecombe. Eric Gordon is back, Kyle Lowry, and don't forget starter Kelly Oubre. There's a riches of guards that go there, go with a 3-guard lineup. I think that's their best bet to be competitive.
NBA,